What's up, everybody? I'm back, Prawn Dad. First time I've said the name of my channel in a while. I have a new one for you all. Just came out yesterday. Yeah, I think it came out yesterday after I had finished doing my videos for the day. I was like, man, wish I had waited. But it's new POLYPHIA. I'm really excited for this one. Steve Vai is on this one. Steve Vai is for those of you who don't know, he is a guitar god. All right, there's a few of them. There's him, John Petrucci, Joe Satriani. Possible that I got those names backwards. Could be Joe Petrucci. No, I'm right. Eric Johnson. Right, there's some, but Steve Vai is a legend in the guitar world. He was in a band called G3, which if you haven't ever listened to them, you definitely should if you're a guitar fan. So he's collaborated with POLYPHIA on this track, and I'm really excited. I have been disappointed is maybe not the right word, but I have been a little bit left wanting by the new POLYPHIA in terms of like the energy. The technicality is all still there, right? The tech, the shredding, all of it is still there. It's just that the tone has not been, the energy has not been what I look for, right? So I'm excited about this one. I think this one will be really good. Before I get into it, two things. I am not a professional. I am not a very good guitar player. I'm not a vocal coach. I'm not an audio tech or anything like that, okay? I do my best, and I do know some things about music, but I'm not an expert. So if you are looking for an expert opinion, go elsewhere. I won't be offended. Second part, please don't be a dick. I try really hard not to be offensive. I try to be respectful and thoughtful when I do these reviews, even if I end up not liking a piece. And I would just ask for that same respect in return. I got my coffee, and we're ready to go. Let's get right into it. This is Ego Death by POLYPHIA featuring Steve Vai. You will recognize Steve Vai because he's the only one that's not like 28. All right, I'm back in. My God. That song is so good. Steve Vai is so good. Tim is so... I have to back up a little bit. So, the video itself, pretty cool. I like the way POLYPHIA shoots their videos. I think they have a really cool visual. And I think this album cycle, you know, they're really embracing like a specific sort of shared aesthetic from video to video, which is really cool. I really love the drum work. If you watch me, you know, if you watch my videos at all, you will notice that I tend to comment on drummers a lot. And I'm not really a drummer, right? It's not because it's something I'm so good at. Although I play a tiny bit. I like to think I have decent rhythm, at least. But the drummer for POLYPHIA, first of all, it's going for the Jesus look. Got the flowing shirt, the long hair, and the beard. And man, his fills, his snares and cymbals, so quick, always on beat, always perfect. And I've watched them do like live warm-ups and stuff. And obviously, you know, he's got in-ears and stuff, but he plays it live as perfectly as he plays it in these videos and you know, in the recordings. And that is not easy, particularly when you're playing stuff that's as complex as what he's playing. I have so much respect for the drummer, so much that I haven't learned his name. You know what? Let's take a second here and let's learn his name and give him his propers. Just waiting on the internet. Clay Ashleman. Or something like that. Ashleman. Clay. We'll go with Clay. Clay, just a phenomenal drummer. Everybody else, their work speaks for itself, right? You notice the guitar and the bass work a lot more, I think, just because it's a little bit more front and center. All of them, so good on this track. And then Steve Vai. There's two things I know about Steve Vai. Well, I know more than two things about Steve Vai, but there's two things I know about Steve Vai. One, he's got a beautiful Ibanez with a monkey grip, is what they call it, and the Tree of Life vine, or the Vine of Life on the fretboard. It's his trademark. He's got his, you know, his signature guitars and stuff, and he loves a whammy bar. That man will work the shit out of a whammy bar, and so effective. I don't know Tim Henson's, you know, like guitar background much. I don't know if he, you know, if Steve Vai is one of his guitar idols, like somebody who inspired him as a kid to pick up guitar, or if it's just somebody that he knows who's been in the industry for a long time, who's really respected. I might go look and see if there's interviews or something after I finish this to see what he has to say. But my guess is he knows who Steve Vai is. He's familiar with his work, and he is just... This is like getting to play pickup with like Michael Jordan, or like getting to play like flag football with, I don't know, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson. It is just a next level guitarist that you're getting to work with. And I've never see him featuring on stuff. I don't know, maybe he does. Maybe he plays on other people's stuff all the time, but this is maybe the first time I've seen him as like a featured guest on a track. So huge. As far as I'm concerned, that's a huge get for POLYPHIA. And that's a real cosign, right? I don't think he's going to just work with anybody. I think he takes seriously what he does. And for them to be able to get him on a track means that he thinks highly of their work, which is, again, that's a pretty big deal. He's been around for a long time. And then finally, the trumpet player at the end, Didn't even get a mention. Didn't even get his name in the video. I don't know who he is. But that was a very nice little outro. You know, it wasn't necessarily super complicated or difficult. I don't know. I don't play trumpet really. But it was very smooth and very pretty. And sometimes that's what you need. You don't need everything to be highly complex. You just need it to sound really nice. And I think that was a beautiful little outro. And it's sticking with that whole jazz theme, right? This whole album, all of it, all of these tracks that I've done have been very jazzy and, you know, like bluesy inspired, I think. So that trumpet over the top is kind of keeping in that theme. I am very happy with this track. I mentioned I've been kind of just uninspired by the stuff that's come out so far. As good as it is technically, it just hasn't hit me. But this one got me, and you maybe were able to see that throughout the video. I couldn't stop myself. Yeah, great track. Ego Death, 2 thumbs up. That's gonna do it for this video, I think. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and, you know, like and subscribe if you are so inclined. Give me a comment. It's good for the algorithm. Go check out some of Steve Vai's stuff if you haven't. He wrote a symphony that he performed with a full orchestra. I used to have the DVD. It's really quite good. You should go check out his work. I highly recommend it. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water and be nice to each other.